Greetings and welcome back to another episode of the Corrupt Crew Chronicles. Yeah, you all, the last video cut off, but as I was saying, I do thank Sister Keita and Brother Joel for just reminding me about the fire safety code non-compliance in that circus code, because when they were going over there and getting that building ready, that raggedy ass dump of a building ready before we moved in, they painted over the sprinklers that's coming out of the ceiling. Yeah, that's a violation of the fire code, actually. So yeah, and I just wanted to go ahead and just continue on with some of these, with the rest of why this is so serious, for them. They can think it's a joke, it's a game, all they want to. I mean, that lemon lot, that's been actually turned in as far as to the Secretary of the state of Georgia. As far as for the appraisals and everything, having the consumer coming in and they, appraising their car, or automobile for a lower amount, if they're doing a trade-in or whatever, other stuff going on there. Yeah, I mean, like I said, and then I was talking about that construction company and stuff, and then also subcontracting with contractors who's supposed to be licensed. And they're not licensed in the state of Georgia. They're not licensed anywhere, but particularly in the state of Georgia, to be actually doing like electrical work and things like that, and different things where persons have to be licensed to do it. Yeah, they in big trouble. Seriously. This is not something, this lightweight. And I'm hoping nobody, is taking it that way as far as for you, those of you who are no longer in there. It's who I'm talking to, because it's not. I also for the SBA, that's the Small Business Administration, the PPP loans, the fraud and everything, putting down inflated revenue, inflated income, actually for the business revenue, for the business stuff in order to get a PPP loan and everything. No, all that's being like I said, I've submitted complaints for all of them that I found. And if I find any more come across my way, I'm submitting reports. Just like I said, for those two, the mother and daughter that I submitted on reports today, I didn't find out about that till yesterday. I was like, wait, hold up, wait a minute, yeah. Did research and everything. I said, come on. I said, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get that tomorrow, meaning today, and I did it. The Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, FMCSA, that's for them truckers or whatever. They violating those that's again another federal agency, FMCSA, as far as for them doing the trucking or whatever out of state, don't have the correct insurance, not making sure that those truckers, those driving the trucks or whatever, those driving the trucks, they don't have the proper documentation, keeping the right books and stuff. Cooking the books, basically. Yeah, they're gonna look at all that. Like I said, the one who's short up in there, not keyboard man, but the other one I already talked about, and he got a whore for a wife too. I already went through that. He got 9 violations already on his trucking business that's in there. 9. Now, okay, standing up there, the circus code leader, hasn't he supposed to been in trucking for what, 20 plus years? Like 25 years? You mean tell me you can't get these folks their businesses straight to where they don't have violations and everything? Look at that, y'all. Why he sit up there? I mean, he's supposed to be, when I say he, I'm talking about this circus code leader, shitty one. Supposed to sit here and been in his profession for 20 plus years, 25 years for being a truck driver, and your members sitting in there, they got all these violations on their trucking company, but you're supposed to be experienced in this. It don't make any sense. Like I said, everything that service code leader has ever had business, they have flopped, folded, failed. He is not the one to go to for any type of advice on anything. He's a fuck up. I already talked about that. He's a fuck up. Can't do anything right. He had the most precious gems in his hand. And when I say the most precious gems in his hand, I'm talking about us as being members. Us who are no longer in there, who are chosen ones. Chosen by divine spirit, who have a soul. That's who I'm talking about. Had us in there. We were stellar members. And everything. Had genuine heart. Sincere heart. Wasn't coming in there for flim flam scamming. Like I said, overall, talking about the old timers. It was a lot of us, and even after that point, there were some who were like that. Just genuine heart, sincere heart, empaths, sit there and, basically what you say, quote unquote, give the shirt off their back to someone, just to help them. No ill intention, no bad intention. Yeah, you have ones in there. Yeah, here and there mixed in. That's always going to happen. But I'm talking about overall, y'all. Seriously, he had the most precious gems. And he just sat there and ruined it because he's a narcissist. He's got narcissistic personality disorder. They ruin everything. They're miserable. Look at him. Look at his face. Look at his face. Look at his eyes. The eyes are the windows to the soul. He has no soul. It's black. They're vacant. If you look at his eye, if you have a spiritual eye, those of you who know what I'm talking about, you have an inner understanding what I'm talking. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean, and you can see it because you have a spiritual eye like I do. Yeah, I said I. One. We getting into chakras now, and I'm not going to get into all that because, again, that's spirituality. But, yeah, look at him. You can see him. You can see the evil on him. The evil on his face. I can feel just radiating from him. When I sit up here again, it makes me almost nauseous to sit up here and be looking at this. And like I said, I don't sit there and be watching like, no, I don't. I skip through because I'm trying to, what are you saying? If you say anything, I meant that. I put it already out there. What's going to happen? Well, calling my name, make a description about me, or any of those other ones is gone from up out of there. I mean that. Look at him though. Ooh, seriously. Yeah. There's no way I would go to him but advice for anything. He got a fucked up reputation. All these folks know about you. Like I said, you infamous. Yeah, like I said, he don't be famous, all right, infamous. I wish you had not got this type of fame for real, but you did it to yourself. But like I said, for them trucking, yeah, they've been reported. The EAC, that's the Election Assistance Commission, that commission been reported for I'm running for, yeah, it's been reported. Sure enough. Ain't nothing but a doggone flim flam scam. You don't care about them folks. How you sit up there and gonna be caring about some folks out there in the community when inside your own, inside of there, in that circus code, you had a little boy who was sexually violated by a teenage boy. Y'all all knew about it. Y'all sit up here and took his word for it. Didn't ask for an investigative report or nothing. Didn't follow up on anything. And then y'all still sitting there here listening to his lies. Like I done lied on him and said that who put that in the report? Who put that in the complaint? Not me, not anybody else, because I'm the only one who sat here and who has reported it. No, didn't sit here and say that you did that. No, you didn't do that. That's not what I said. Trying to twist people's words and manipulate. That's what I said. He don't have a case against me. My hands clean. When I was in there, since I've been out, even before I got up in there, hands clean, baby, on everything. They ain't run, like I said, they ain't come take my fingerprints, all that. Sit up here and put it in a database, and the international database. Not just we're here on this continent, but internationally, worldwide database. Ain't not gonna come up with me being criminal. I just committed some criminal activity, fraudulent activity. Not at all. Not at all. And if he sat up here and he tried to say, oh, she hanging on to her. She sat up here and she was violated as a child. Well, so what if I was as a child? Don't that sit up here make me be even more of a child advocate? Wouldn't that give me even more credence to be a child advocate? Look at the one, and I'm just going to make this as an example. The one mother who sat here and lost her daughter, 12-year-old daughter, this is back in 1980. She started up MAD, that's Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Her daughter and a friend was actually walking on their way to a church carnival. They were walking, and she's 12 years old now. This is back in 1980. Look it up. And the drunk driver, it was a man. He had actually had 4 offenses. He had just got out of jail 2 days prior on a DUI, driving under the influence. Sat here, came barreling down the road, sat up here and hit her daughter, and she died. That mother went around nationally carrying her daughter's picture in a frame, speaking out against drunk drivers, and there needs to be actually more enforcement for law enforcement to sit here and to get them drunk drivers off the road. And that's how that organization MAD, that's MADD, all caps, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, started. So how you sit up here and think a lot of these different organizations and charities and things got started, and also laws got put into place because of folks like me, advocates that's advocating for different causes. Yeah, I'm going to sit here and advocate for a child. And so what if I'm healed from everything I done been through in my childhood, teenager, a young woman, old one, middle-aged woman, being in there. I wouldn't be able to sit here and do this if I hadn't been healed from it and help somebody else, assist somebody else. So what? And so what? And again, if you ran your flapping, doggone, leaky bowel mouth on that was more confidential information that you sit up here and talk about with me. I didn't tell you to share any of that. Just like you sit up and shared about my Chapter 13 bankruptcy when I was up in there. Only reason why I had to file is because I'm in there giving money to you, nigga bum one. Don't fuck with me. Like I said, you ain't seen nothing yet, boy. You ain't seen the wrath yet. You have not seen it. Now you keep your mouth off me, boy. Like I said, I'm healed of all that, everything. I'm healed. You hear me? Spiritually, divine spirit of my ancestor healed me from everything I went through. You sit up there and talk about you try to help me. No, you didn't. You sit up there and put more harm on everybody, including that little boy who been violated in there, sexually violated by that teenage boy. Want him to sit up there and walk around all scarred because you scarred. That's all you are, is a little boy on the inside, scarred. You not healed from anything. There is no healing medicine for you, but I guarantee you it's going to be some healing medicine for this little boy who done got sexually violated in there by that teenage boy. He going to get his healing medicine. I mean that, because mama here. Mama is here. His own doggone hood rat whore of a mammy didn't do shit. I did. I'm a spiritual mother. Look on my Facebook page and see. I mean that for real. There ain't no child that I sit up here and know is innocent gonna sit up here and go through no mess and don't nobody sit up here and do anything about it. I mean that. I do mean that. Yeah, I'm gonna sit up here and let it go because some other little stuff was, but divine spirit and my ancestors said, no, you gonna stay on this. Because that's what got me set off when I heard about that little boy in there being sexually violated by that teenage boy. You sit up there and stand up there and fucking say nothing about you trying to help somebody. You can't even help yourself. Like I said, you the most sick up in that circus coat. And there is no healing medicine for you, boy. I put that in that 2016 email I sent out. At the end of it, you're going to lose everything you got. I mean that. You had the most precious ones in your hands, and you set up here and you ruined that. Like the one brother, the singing brother, when we was talking, brought back to my memory when you sit up here and you stood up there and we got that doggone raggedy dump of a building, Simber crying, talking about y'all an asset to me because you look at people as objects. You don't look at anybody as being a man, woman, boy, or girl. Look like I just fool with you and I just destroy you, get rid of you, discard you, and go on with my life. No, you're not. You're not, boy. I have spiritual rank over you. Circus cult leader, shitty one, nigga bomb one, chief of the terrorists, commander-in-chief of the clowns. I've got spiritual rank over you, way over you and anybody else you got in there. You hear me? Divine spirit, my ancestors coming through with the wrath on you, boy. You hear me, boy? I know you hear me, boy. I mean that. Anybody who get in the way, they gonna sit up here and they gonna be rolled over, coming through like a damn bulldozer. Everybody who done attached themselves to you, they going down. And like I said, I give zero fucks about any of them grown folks sitting up in that circus cult. Only ones I care about, have a genuine concern and love about, sincerity towards are those children in there. I mean that. Sure do. I got spiritual rank over you, boy. Sure do, boy. And you sit there trying to say because I'm a woman. I always sit there talking about women and children because you want to abuse them and everything. That patriarchal society shit. Like I said, the energy has changed, boy, out here. How dare you sit here and you disrespect the Mother Earth. How dare you do that? Of course you would when you sit up here and look at your own mammy that you can't stand. You hate her. And it shows. Yeah, I seen her all hunched over Simper, being walk with that doggone cane. You hate your mother. I remember we was over there at that doggone funeral home. It was one of them funky feasts. I came out of one of the dining halls and I went around the way to where they have where they would put the cold drinks actually in the drink holders or whatever, and sat here and had them out there against that wall. Yeah, the coolers, the actual ice chest coolers or whatever that you could put the ice in. We put the drinks down in there and everything. And I remember you and your mother was standing over there and she was just saying, well, asking you, well, why didn't anybody get a certain type of drinks for her? Because she has, and I'm not going to put it out here, but she has a certain health condition to where she has to look at what amount of sugar she actually consumes. And you said up and said, well, Mama, I don't know. And you said it just like that. And I was walking past. I didn't say anything. I was just like, whoa. Why do you sit up here and jump in one of them automobiles that you had and go sit up here and get your mama something to drink that she could consume? Instead of sitting up there saying, I don't know, mama. That's exactly what you said. And I remember Sister Keita, because a couple of times, and not all the time, so don't try to put that out there and twist it. Sister Keita, a couple of times, where she and their two children, the boy and girl, temptage, because this is when Brother Joel went on by his way on from up out of there. She came down and she stayed with her, your mother, for a couple of times. It wasn't every time. No, it was a couple of times for them funky feasts. And she said that your mother told her that you would take her to the grocery store and be in there rushing her, while she's, trying to look on the back of, the packages and stuff, because again, she has a health condition that she has to sit here and make sure that she's not taking in, consuming so much sugar and stuff like that. It has to do with her dietary intake. Yeah. And you was rushing her. Why wouldn't you just sit up here, go ahead and drop your mother off, say, hey, mama, I'm going to go ahead and drop you off. I'll give you 3 hours in here. In the grocery store. I give you 3 hours. I know it takes you, a little bit of time, to actually, look through and make sure. And I'll come back and pick you up. I remember when you sit up here, and why when you sit up here and do that? Why you sit up here when your mother, when she had cancer, she was sitting up here catching the bus because your mother doesn't drive. This was years and years and years back, but catching the bus, you sitting up here, just sit up here, got a doggone automobile, got automobiles rolling stuff, catching the bus to sit up here to go to her chemotherapy treatment. Why wouldn't you sit up here pick up your mama? Even if I sit up here, I'm not talking about my mother. First of all, if it's like that, I'm not going to be having any dealings with my mother. I'm not going to sit here and mistreat my mother like that. That's not guaranteed to happen. Yeah, if we can't see eye to eye on a spiritual level, things like that, and I'm just saying energetically, and those who you have an understanding of what I'm talking about, energetic, because now I'm talking about spiritual stuff. See, comes down to energy. Sometimes the energy does not line up. You're not aligned with somebody energetically. And it's like, you lower vibration. No, I cannot be around you. But I wouldn't sit up here and dare sit up here and do that. That's because you're a brute beast. You're abusive. Like I said. And it's just like her husband who's deceased, your daddy, is simply reaching up out of the grave through you and still abusing her. Yeah, because Silver said he's a separate abuser, and you said it too. Now, who's lying? Y'all who listen to me, y'all remember all that? Yeah. Still getting abused by you. Like I said, you're not going to do it to me talking about a woman, because like I said, what about in that book, in that Bible? Wasn't Deborah? Some people say Deborah. Pronounce it Deborah. Deborah, was she not a judge? She was the only female judge. Was she not for Israel back there in the Old Testament? And I sit here talking about what I want to talk about. You ain't gonna sit here tell me nothing about no woman teaching. Fuck you. Fuck you, nigga bum. Not talking to me about anything. Was she not? Was that woman who sat up here? And when you sat here, and it's so funny, you sat here, and I'm gonna tell you something. You sat there and you put that lawsuit on that brother who no longer there with the barbershop. Was she not a woman sitting up there, the judge who ruled against you and ruled in favor of the brother with the barbershop? Kept correcting you, Kept correcting you. You standing up there and you representing yourself because you a fool, You a fool. You was representing yourself. She kept correcting you, having to correct you. Yeah, I'm correcting you right now, giving righteous judgment. Ben said it. I've been said that way back, videos back. Sure enough. Well, and then talking about women and this and that. Was she not married? Talking about Deborah in the Bible, getting back to her. Was she not married? She had a husband, right? You mean her household wasn't lacking or anything? No, not at all. But my household don't go lacking. Sure don't. I'm a virtuous woman as well. And you want to sit up there being no doggone judge and I'm talking about from divine spirit for me. and my household lacking a sinning prayer, all kind of mess going on, chaotic and everything. No, not at all. Righteous judgment is raining down on you, boy, from a woman. Me, boy. You hear me? Yeah, she was a warrior too, the boy was. Was she not? Was she not? Did I not say this is a spiritual warfare? Yeah, they was actually physically going at it. Israel against the Canaanites, yeah. But we talking about here, spiritual warfare. I said that way back then too. That doggone Bible number, the allegory. Story, you gotta make sure deciphering everything. Yeah, I'm a warrior. Who did? I've been saying that. So you keep your mouth off me, boy. Like I said, I got spiritual rank over you. You hear me? And you shouldn't have never tried it with me. You shouldn't have never tried that. But you did. You did. So here we're here. Like we here now. Like the singing brothers say, we here now. Sure enough, we here. Mama here. Like I said, I'm a spiritual mother. I sure am. Don't go by no doggone thing, no 60 years old. I said in that damn Bible, no, when you get 40 years old, you supposed to perhaps a sense about yourself, be a matriarch. Be able to be a matriarch, even if you ain't had any biological children. It's talking about being a spiritual mother. Giving these young ones, sending up her young ones some good advice and everything. Yeah. Supposed to be a high priestess. Supposed to be an empress. At the age of 40, a woman is. For real. And I'm all that. You hear me? Everything is good. Nothing is negative. Everything positive. Nothing negative. Everything good. Nothing bad. You hear me, boy? You hear me? Not playing with you, boy. Like I said, you go play with your mammy. And I said it just like that, yeah. Sure did, cause sitting in there, she know you not right. She know that. I know she's sitting there wishing she would have swallowed you, boy. Your mother sitting there right now wishing she would have swallowed you. For real. Would have did the world a whole lot of good if that would have happened, but it didn't. So now you got me to contend with, divine spirit of my ancestors. What you gonna do about it? What can you do about it? Nothing. Nothing at all. And I mean that for real. Like I said, the energy has shifted. Now it's gonna be a matriarch, In period 9, yeah, middle-aged women gonna have the influence and be governed by fire. And that's so funny because I'm a middle-aged woman and talking about for the element, talking about with that spirituality, I'm governed by fire, and I am. Like I said, you try to kill out my spirit. That's what you try to do. Try to sit up here and kill it out. You didn't try to kill me physically, but spiritually you try to kill me out. And you did sit up here and you sacrificed that little boy. You sacrificed that little boy who got sexually violated by that teenage boy. You sacrificed him. That boy, he was a sacrificial lamb. And yeah, people sit up here and think, oh, sacrificial lamb or sacrifice, it got to end in death. No, it doesn't always have to end in physical death. You sit up here and you kill his spirit, his innocent spirit. That's how he was sacrificed. That little boy who was sexually violated in there by that teenage boy, his innocent spirit was sacrificed, dead. It's gone. It's never coming back after what happened to him. And you never reported it, you fucking liar, circus cult leader, shitty one, nigger bum one, chief of the terrors, commander-in-chief of the clowns. You never reported it, you fucking liar. And those fuckers who's sitting in there, right in there, them grown folks. I'm not talking about those children. I'm talking about those grown folks. Know that you stood up there and you lied and you told them that you reported that. And his own, talking about this little boy's own hood rat whore of a mammy. Yes, she a whore. Anytime you sitting up here, you a married woman, and you got a man in your bedroom, caught in your bedroom by your oldest son, you nothing but a whore. Nothing but a mammy who don't sit a hood rat mammy, who don't give, she gives zero fucks about her sons. I give more, but I care about and love more of her sons, especially the little boy who's been sexually violated by that teenage boy, that she could ever sit up here and think about. She didn't even report it. I don't care. She can get mad at me all she want to. Like I said, you take it up with divine spirit and my ancestors and see how far that gets you, whore. You hood rat mammy of a whore. That's what you are. You a hood rat mammy. You a whore. Hood rat whore of a mammy. That's exactly what you are. Hood rat whore of a mammy. Yeah, I said it. What you gonna do about it? Nothing. What can you do about it? Nothing. Like I said, you take it up with divine spirit and my ancestors. But you talking to a spiritual mother right here. You don't want what I got. And I'm telling you, what I sit up here and do, you don't want it. And I'm not talking about any physical violence either. For real. I talk about that spiritual rank, you better go on about your business. Leave me alone. You sure better. I mean that. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut this video short. I'll be back with another video. But until that time, I'm signing out.